Well, good morning, everyone. We have a very, very special guest, somebody that you are very familiar with, and Mr. Dennis Oliver joining us this morning. How are you?
Morning! How are you?
Good to see you. I haven't seen you since we went fishing a couple weeks ago.
Still didn't catch a fish.
I know.
I blame you.
Well, I've been blamed for worse things.
Thanks.
Really, we're really glad you're here, and you're here for a very special reason. And everybody knows that Dio left Y101 back in December 14th to be exact, and basically retired. But there was a reason for why he retired, and I know you have been debating for a long time to reveal this, and we want people to understand what's going on with you right now. And why don't you go ahead and tell people the real reason why you left Y101?
Sure. Well, I am suffering from Alzheimer's disease, and had been for the last 3 years or so. And I feel good. I mean, I feel great right now. Everything's okay. But there's every now and then, you know, I'll say, I didn't do that. Why did I do that? Or stuff like that, you know.
Well, I know there's a lot of people who are aware of it.
Yeah.
Close friends and things like that are aware of it and have been aware of it.
Yeah.
But this is going to come as quite a surprise and shock to a lot of people who are listening right now, who thought maybe you just retired to enjoy life after this, and we hope you will. Obviously.
Yeah, well, sure, yeah.
But you've been on medication for a while for this too, right?
Correct. Yeah, been on it for a while, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
And tell people, you know, some of the struggles you had, you know, in trying to deal with this issue. It's not an easy thing to deal with, is it? No,
and you know, when you get to that point where, you know, you think you're okay, and you know you're coming along and stuff like that, but then you hit a roadblock, is what I call it. You know, I said, okay, I was saying something, but now I don't know what I said. You know,
well, you lost track of your
yeah. You know, and that's part of what all this is about.
And I'm sure there are a lot of people who have come up to you and you haven't remembered their names.
Right.
You know, and that's part of the symptoms of the disease, unfortunately, too. And, you know, we wanted people to know ahead of time, but we didn't want to tell people what your situation was until now. And I know you and your lovely bride, Lori, sat down and discussed this, and there's a reason why you're coming out now and letting people know that you're dealing with Alzheimer's disease, and it's for a great cause, too.
It's for a very good cause, because someone's going to get roasted.
Well, that's true, too. That would be me.
That would be Mr. Jeff Dorsey. And, yeah, he's willing to be raising the money for the walk and to end Alzheimer's. And I thank you guys for letting us do this, by the way, as a matter of fact. Thank you very much for what you're doing here. But here's what you can do, okay? Here's what you can do. Raise money for the walk to end Alzheimer's. You can buy a $20 ticket or a table of 8 for $150. Or we can put an end to Alzheimer's. That's
what we're going to do.
That's what we're going to do.
We're going to do it in your lifetime, too.
Yes.
I really hope we do. I mean, it's coming so close now, the research for this. It's my belief in my lifetime and yours that we will find a cure for this thing. And but it's going to take money for research and things like that, and that's what the Walk to End Alzheimer's is all about. And that's why we're doing the roast to raise money. Yeah. And we hope people will come by. And everyone who's listening right now has not dealt with this issue, but there's a lot of people who have. Yeah. And the caregivers, in this case, Lori, for you, for the most part, they've got a difficult life ahead too to try to deal with some of the issues that you're going through, and you know they need help too. And that's what the Alzheimer's Association does. They help the caregivers, and they also help the people who are dealing with the disease. Yeah. But for you to come out and make this announcement, and I know when we spoke about you doing this, that the main reason you did this is because you want to try to make awareness to people out there. Exactly. A lot of people know Dennis Oliver. Yeah. A lot of people don't know other people who are dealing with Alzheimer's, but you're helping those people. And using the opportunity that you're so popular to get the word out so we can raise money to help everybody, including yourself. Sure, yeah. And this is one of the reasons that I want to be involved with it, because it's in my family too. Yeah. My dad suffered from that for a long time. Right. And you know, we want people to be aware of what the disease is, get checked, you know the symptoms, if you get it early, you can be treated early to try to help it, slow it down a little bit, and I know you did that. Yeah. But you know, it's a thing where, okay, how did I come up with this disease? I mean, you know, it just pop up all of a sudden, and here I am, you know? And that's part of this, you know? And we don't have those answers for that.
No, we don't.
But hopefully they will have those answers before you know it, and this is why we're doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
But you're to be committed. I know it's been a struggle for you for the last several years, even when you were working here,
Yeah.
but even away from here.
Yeah.
But you know, when you decided that you needed to move on and do other things, and we called it retired.
Yeah.
But you know, to come forward and make the declaration, I'm sure it was not an easy decision on your part. So.
No, you're right. And you know, thinking about this, I had no idea that I would be in this situation. You know, I mean, I was just going along, you know, playing radio and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of a sudden, something hit me
Yeah.
that just kind of threw things off. I guess you can.
Well, you know, the brain is a funny thing.
Isn't it though?
It doesn't take much. You hear a lot about concussions and things like that,
Yeah.
and how it affects people. You know, and this disease is a horrible disease, really, when you think about it. And you're dealing with it on each and every day. We go through life, those who don't have it at this point, and hopefully will never have it, go through life and don't worry about it. But when, like you said before, you start to have a conversation about something and then you totally lose track of where you
You stop and you say, okay, now go to the next syllable. You know, I mean, that's what I'm kind of going through.
Mhm.
You know,
And, well, we wanted people to be aware of it, and you were willing enough to do that.
Of course.
And to come forward and say, I want to get this out now. I want to use the popularity that I have with my name, Dennis Oliver name, to get the word out so people who are dealing with this on a day-to-day basis know they've got somebody pulling for them out there trying to raise funds to end this ugly disease. So
I appreciate that.
you're to be commended for doing just that, and we appreciate all your efforts and your efforts in helping to get the place filled on Saturday night.
Yeah, which is coming right up, as a matter of fact.
22nd of Saturday.
Yeah, July the 22nd.
You gonna be there?
I'm going to be there, I think.
If I have to come drag you down here.
I wouldn't miss this. I wouldn't miss this.
I wish I could now.
Yeah, I know.
But it is all for the cause here for the Walk to End Alzheimer's, which is coming up on September 16th, by the way.
Right.
So please mark your calendars and be a part of that as well. And get your teams together for that
Yeah.
walk in September, which will be here before you know it. So, Dio, thanks for coming in, and we wish you well, obviously.
Thank you.
We're all pulling for you.
Yeah.
And hopefully, like I said, we can both look at each other and say, no more Alzheimer's.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Be fabulous.
Yeah, and thanks to everybody who've come up to me and said some things too, because that means a lot. So, okay, we'll get through it, and
We'll be better for it.
Yeah,
Okay, appreciate it.
thanks.